I'm Susan Petty. I'm President and Chief Technology Officer of AltaRock Energy. I really feel like the future has to have a reduction in CO2 and that we need to be exploring all the avenues possible for us to be able to do that. And I felt like this was an opportunity to talk about geothermal energy. I hear everybody talk about wind and solar, and one of my goals in life is for them to be saying wind, solar, and geothermal. So I really see that happening. You know, in the US, we do have naysayers, people who say, oh, climate change isn't caused by man or it isn't happening. And really, those people are getting fewer and fewer and farther between. Politically speaking, I think the world is past that already, and that the US is going to have to come along. Really, we're to the point now where people are beginning to see the effects of climate change, and they really want to do something about it. They don't want to leave that legacy to their children, that, you know, of a world with flooding and more extreme weather and so forth. Yeah, so that I think is one of the things that people really neglect to understand. If we're going to close down these coal-fired power plants, if we're going to stop producing fossil fuels, we need to transition into something. We can't just stop something, and we need to take the people that are working in those areas and move them into these renewable energy jobs. I think the business case is very strong. I really spend a lot of time talking to people who own and operate coal-fired power plants that have to be retired and shut down. And they're at a loss. They're like, I don't know what I'm going to do to replace this generation. They may be required to replace it with renewables, and they're looking around going, I don't know how to do that. And when I come on the scene and say, you can do this, and I can help you, and not only that, we can transfer these jobs that you have at this coal plant, we can transfer them and have them run the geothermal project. They're just like, oh great, that's what I want to do. So yeah, I think that the business case is really there already, and as we do it, the cost of doing these things will come down very rapidly. Look at what's happened with solar.